Welcome to Arbory Digital Experiences. I would usually say update from the forest, but I can't really say that right now because I'm not in the forest. I'm in San Francisco, California, having just finished the Adobe Champions Forum. Because this is my second year as an Adobe champion. Every year they bring in Adobe champions from around the world. This year is 6 different disciplines that they brought in. So AEM, Commerce, Workfront, Analytics, Marketo, Adobe Experience Platform, and oh my goodness, which one did I miss? I got almost all of them. AP, Analytics, Marketo, Workfront. Anyway, it's a bunch of them. I got 5 out of 6. I should get a prize. So anyway, I'm out here with Pranay. Pranay is a first-year AEM champion, and you flew in from India.
Correct.
Gosh, where did you from Delhi?
Yeah, I'm from Delhi, Chad.
That's right. So we just finished 3 days of this champion forum, and we're going to tell you all about it and our takeaways from what it was all about and what to look forward for in the future. So, but first of all, I should introduce my illustrious guest. So, Pranay, why don't you give me a little bit of a rundown on what you're up to, what your interests are in the AEM world, and what kind of led you to being an AEM champion?
So yeah, my name is Pranay, and I have been into the AEM for like past 7 years, and I started in a startup, like working in different flavors, AEM on-prem, AEM AMS, then AEM as a cloud service, then the new buzz of the town, that is the edge delivery services. And I have also been giving like a lot of time in researching how AI is actually revolutionizing the Adobe products. And yeah, in the like quite a while for like past year, I have been starting sharing some content, like my learnings, everything on the LinkedIn and on the Experience League communities. So far it has been great, and it landed me here in San Francisco and became a first-time AEM champion.
That's awesome. And this is your first time at Adobe HQ. This is your first time at any Adobe HQ?
So this is my first time in the Adobe headquarters in USA, but yeah, I have been in Noida too. So there.
Oh, at the Noida Adobe headquarters. Yeah. There's a lot of employees in Noida.
Yeah, there are a lot of employees.
So in terms of what this last week was, so this Champions Forum was a week for all the champions to get together, to get to know each other, to interact and network, and and also to meet with Adobe Product and get a kind of an insider peek on what's coming up next in Adobe land. And that was absolutely fascinating. Both parts are actually fascinating because you can't, with the number of things in the Marketing Cloud these days, you can't just implement a solution in isolation. Almost every implementation is going to have some other product in the mix. And I'm going to be implementing things with Forms and Commerce and Workfront in the extremely near future. I don't know about you. So it was good to be able to interact with all those other champions.
You're right. It was like a pretty good deal. We got to connect with the other champions, like you mentioned that. And I think this year they announced the AP and the Workfront champions.
Yeah.
So how different for you, like this time, if you compare it with the other time?
Well, so this is my second year being a champion, but the last year I was at Adaptive when the Champions Forum was happening. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't able to come to the forum. So this was a big deal. I mean, we had what do we have, like 100 and something people there?
Oh yeah.
And these are like the jazziest people ever. It's amazing. It's a very different vibe to Summit because usually you have a bunch of these AEM nerds are kind of on the introverted side. Mm-hmm. Almost nobody's introverted. Yeah. I mean, the fact that we ended up getting together an entire crowd of marketing nerds to go line dance together at the end. I mean, that was crazy.
That was crazy, man. Like, I have never even tried. I have never like experienced the American culture, but having here, like in the forum, I got to know a lot about America.
Yeah. Well, line dancing is a lot of that. We had Mary Alice who also plays guitar. She kind of her vibe is kind of emblematic of where you're going to see a lot of that line dancing in Nashville. But
She was a vibe.
She's awesome.
Did you try the line dancing?
I was right out front. I was terrible. If my daughter was there, she would have been like, Dad, come on, get it together.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I wanted to talk about some of our takeaways from that day with Adobe Product also, because that was absolutely fascinating. And I think when you get it straight from product marketing folks and the folks who are kind of planning the future of where marketing technology is going to go, it's a little bit of a different view. It's a different lens than when you're at Adobe Summit, because Adobe Summit is like that. The intended audience sometimes, as much as it's for conference goers, it's also for shareholders and the stock market. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of like, are you really talking to me, or are you talking to the people who are investing in Adobe?
Yeah.
So on this day of with product, this was started out with Haresh, who, gosh, I forget what his title was, but he's one of the kingpins of Adobe Product.
Marketing trends that shape
marketing trends.
Marketing trends that's shaping the AI future of AEM.
Yeah, that's right. And so so he led off with a couple of kind of key guiding principles in that Adobe is looking forward to. And one of them is simply the necessity of a dual mode future for any internet property. Mm-hmm. And that means you're planning for both humans and agents to interact with your data. Because more and more, and this is what was the figure that he said that they were seeing on e-com sites, that is something like it was like a 47x increase.
Yeah, 47x increase they did on an e-com site, I guess. That was the Fresco coffee shop.
Yeah, but but they were seeing that on in other places too, like on Adobe.com too. They were seeing like an 1100% increase or something like that in terms of agentic interactions with their site. So it's not just humans that we need to be worried about these days.
Yeah.
We need to be.
So yes, that's the part that really clicked for me. We have entered this era where your next visitor cannot. It's not necessary. It's a human.
Right.
It can be a bot.
That's right. And it's not. But the thing that they kept driving home is that for a long time you'd want to like block bots from your site. Like bots were equated with being bad or something like that. Whereas these days, like if you've got an agent that's saying, hey, can you log on, find the best price on Booking.com, Expedia, or any of these other sites, and book me my flight to New York. You don't want to block bots in that case, because if you block bots, you're going to block somebody from actually booking on your site.
Correct.
And the fact that they used some assistant to do it is neither here nor there.
If you are blocking the bots now, you're actually missing on the AI discoverability.
So at Adobe Summit, one of the things that they talked about quite extensively is all these different agents. And there's like a whole slew of them, like a dozen of different marketing-focused agents that carry a lot of the different, that really trying to both dramatically enable larger scale marketing, but also to get rid of or ease a lot of the toil involved in normal marketing activities that are super labor intensive. Really to take a given marketing personnel footprint and make it go a lot further. And I can't even remember all the names of all these different agents. There's so many different skills.
Yeah.
Like, can you remember some of them?
Yeah, I can name a few. Like there is the experience development agent. Then there is the pipeline management agent. I am not sure about the exact name of the agent. Then we have the marketing intelligence agent, where everything comes into one umbrella, where we have the Adobe Analytics, Adobe Experience Manager, and Adobe Target. You get all the insights under one tree.
That's
then
right.
Obviously, we have the Sites Optimizer and the LLM Optimizer.
That's right. Which themselves could be considered as their own agents. But also, so Site Catalyst, which was I think it was announced at Sneaks and had a different names like Site Leap or something or other.
Yeah.
But but that has come a long way from the kind of almost quasi-conceptual state that it was in at Summit, and it's something that I'm like super interested in seeing if I can bring to bear on some of our workloads, because the whole idea that you could take some of the pieces of prototyping or rapidly producing a template and do that with a lot less labor using an agent is to me is very attractive.
So what are your thoughts on the LLM Optimizer? As you know, that we got to know in this Adobe Champion Forum that they have actually enabled the optimizers for all the clients, like all the customers that have been on Adobe as a cloud service.
I mean, that's huge. That's huge. That little nugget was it was kind of quietly announced, and I think that's, I don't know, we may have to strike this from the tape. I don't know if that is broad public, but LLM Optimizer is a major focus that Adobe's got. It's clear they're putting a lot of muscle behind it, and it's also clear that there's so many people right now that simply don't understand where the future of LLM optimization and generative, go for it. And generative engine optimization is going. Like, what even is the game? Like SEO, we all understood it. Like, Rob, you put together a really awesome blog post actually on this subject. Did you read it?
Yeah,
it was great. It was great.
It was a great vlog.
Yeah, it was the whole idea that in SEO, we all kind of have grown to know what the game is. The game is, you analyze, you optimize, you measure, you rinse and repeat. You're getting backlinks. You're creating content. You want to get on the top. You want to rank. There's easy ways to know if you're ranking. Like, this is a game that's like down. Like, everybody knows what the game is. But with LLMs, like, well, what do you want? Like, do you want to just be mentioned? Is that useful to be mentioned? Yeah. Is that just taking traffic away from you? Are you not getting people into the funnel anymore? Like, understanding how that game is even played.
What do you think how different it is? See, in the traditional manner, if we say, we used to make sure that our Google page ranking, that like the SEO rankings stays, like the SEO ranking stays like above 90 or maybe close to 100. But how it's going to change for AI? Like, how we know that AI, we are getting like good AI discoverability for our websites, because going forward, it's not just the Google page ranking that matters. Actually, all the LLMs that getting the data from, it actually also matters. So what do you think about that? How can we optimize our pages, our website?
Well, what I think is, I feel like Adobe is only, so Adobe's kind of tip of the spear on this right now, but even we're just still getting around to the very first understandings of what matters. Right?
You're correct.
Because you have so many of our customers' websites that are based around like, they get a whole bunch of content that's out there purely for search engine discoverability, purely so you can get somebody onto your site and then hopefully keep them there and then convert them, right? But now, like, if your stuff is cited and your brand is casually mentioned, is that good enough? Is that good enough? Is that enough to justify that amount of content creation? Or are you trying to do something else? And I think that's where the first step of that is measuring it with detail and then deciding what you want your strategy to be off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Although we get a hands-on on the LLM Optimizer, like how data insights. You can put your own website in that.
So we got our hands on the LLM Optimizer. I've got my own site loaded into LLM Optimizer right now. And LLM Optimizer too, Adobe wants to make sure that this is not only for Adobe hosted sites. It'll work on, anything. Like, they basically are, you aim it at it, and a lot of the consumption data is based out of CDN logs. So as long as you can ingest your CDN traffic into this thing, and they got it set up for you to do a number of different CDNs, then you're good to go.
Is server-side rendering would be better for like an optimizer or something to track?
That's another huge bit. They talked about that. This is something that is it's on the horizon, and I don't know how much I can talk about right now because it's not necessarily publicly released. But there's a whole technology that they're planning to release that is going to help out with server-side rendering as well. And it's also going to be not only for Adobe hosted sites, so you could deploy this approach broadly across all of your platforms, even Adobe hosted or otherwise, to basically pre-hydrate content and in a way that LLMs can go and scrape it and understand it and then properly cite you. So,
do you remember his name?
Brian?
Was he Matt? Was the one who shared the demo for Figma to AEM EDS component?
Oh yeah. Oh, Figma to EDS.
Yeah,
That was cool.
that was cool, man.
Because that's the other thing too is that so AEM has had a reputation for a long time of being
The market leader?
a market leader, but also really hard to implement.
Yeah, it's really hard.
It's not really easy to implement.
They say that you should leverage the core components to build your own website, but I don't think practically it's possible.
No, and I don't even think it's recommended anymore. I mean,
But they say I've heard that Adobe says that.
yeah,
But I think the only website you can build with core components is a weekend website.
right. But the name of the game right now is not just a long-term maintainable code base of your enterprise CMS. I mean that is kind of a 10 years ago thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think what we're looking at right now is how do you rapidly create and iterate on content that is gonna land you people that get into your funnel from LLMs, and that's where that's where your speed of being able to get the content out there, like, couldn't be more important. So yeah, to me, I'm like, my overall takeaway from all of this is cross-product collaboration has never been more. You can't just be in your own little silo, but also we are totally in a new era of web, and we gotta adapt or die. This is we cannot keep treating these as the same old type of project. Is where we need to go. It's
100%.
This whole agentic future is the way that people are going to be interacting with websites from now on.
Hey guys,
Hey, what's up?
I love your videoing.
You love it?
Yeah,
I was going to do a dance. Could you do a dance for me?
sure.
All right, good. Check it out. I'm going to do it. All right, you ready? Do you have like a song going on in your head right now? Okay, good. What song is it?
It's kind of my favorite.
Dude, that is my favorite song. All right, good. Do you want to give it a go?
You gonna
Tango. Yes. That sounds perfect.
teach me a
I
dance?
don't have a rose.
You don't have a rose. That's true. That would make it difficult.
Could you teach me the dance that you just did? I would really love to.
Yeah, the dance you just
Gold.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's.
Okay. I just follow you. Okay. Okay.
All the beat. That's how you. Oh, I thought that's how you.
So, is it starting?
Ready, set, yes, go.
Ready, set, go. And then I dance around like this. And then I go like this. And then I go. Ooh.
Bro, you are dropping stuff.
I was totally dropping stuff. I was also dropping a beat.
Bruh.